Good evening. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Turkey. We arrived here for the next round of the GP4 GP2 2019 season. I am your lead commentator, Robert Ionescu, and today I'm joined by a GP2 racer, that is Rahul Patel. Hello there, Rahul.
Good evening.
Hello, we've arrived here on the city on two continents. The city of world's desires was called long ago. You may call it Istanbul, you may call it Constantinople, you may call it Byzantium, you may call it whatever you want. But we are going to call it the venue for the race because we've arrived here on the outskirts in Tuzla. And I can't wait to get this qualifying session underway. It's going to be wet
Ooh,
a little bit at the start.
that is gonna be fun.
Yeah, indeed. Should be quite an entertaining one. And of course, let's not forget that Flo needs to give us the standings in the chat. But anyway, we're gonna get this session underway. Last time out
To
in Italy,
start.
it was a victory for Marko Kalevic, and yeah, Kalevic had a brilliant performance coming back from 15th on the grid. Now then, the session is underway, and we got loads of people out on the intermediates in
Yes.
their carriages, I should say. Look at this, Kalevic appears
Ooh,
his team are
television.
gonna put him out on dries.
Yeah, it seems like that. Or some people going for dry skilling on dries. Also Burns on dries. Also Kalovich as well.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think the dries, even if they're not the best option now, they'll definitely be the best option later. You saw the weather forecast, and it's
It
gonna
is
dry out
50% chance
in the
of rain.
session.
At the start, it's 50% chance of rain, so you could see why they are. Some of them are gambling. It's not really wet enough in this section. You can see, but I
Yeah,
think when you
there
get
still
to
is.
some other
There's still
parts,
some spots of
yeah,
spots of water right there you can see, and yeah. Meanwhile, in the championship, Dodo Corby has taken back the lead. He finished fifth in Italy, and since his rivals didn't score any points, that put him back in the lead. He leads with 110 points. Then in front of Anderson, and the further 12 in front of Griffiths. Now then, we're on board with Jake Galloway. Galloway had an alright race in Monza. He finished in third, taking second for this
that's the part
season.
where it's wet. Sector
Yeah,
1
indeed,
looks
no
dry,
sector.
while Sector 2 is pretty wet. Sector
Yeah,
2,
indeed, and this could be bad for the dry runners. We'll wait and see. But Galloway, he'll be completing the second sector right about now.
yeah,
And
it's only
Griffiths
this
on the
part on Sector 2, so I'd say it's mostly dry at this moment, but you never know about the final sector.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, the track will continue to improve. There's no any further rain. We just have to deal with the water that's remaining out on track. And it's
Yeah.
gonna dry out. But until then, Jake Galloway will begin his first flying lap of the day on the intermediates. So here he goes. Galloway starts his lap here at Istanbul, the first lap of the session. But definitely not gonna be the quickest lap overall. Here we go. Into turn one goes Galloway, braking nice and early. You need to be careful on the throttle into turn one, and now let's carry that speed going flat for two. Even in these conditions, it is flat out. As now we approach the hard braking zone, turn three.
Now
That's
this
the point
part's
where you set your
gone
marks.
wet.
Yeah, indeed, Galloway. We're approaching four now. Went a little deep, didn't hit the apex quite. But that's not a surprise in the wet. It now goes through five, now carrying the speed into six. We're looking at some hard drivers. Many of them appear to be on inters, but Kalevic is on dries and he's gaining on Patel in front of him, I think. Now then back to Galloway into turn seven. Braking nice and early, focusing on his exit, and he's nailed it on the run towards turn eight. Multiple apex left-hander, which is a challenge of itself. in the dry, but in the wet, it's even more difficult. Galloway's got it nicely there. And yeah, he'll be approaching turn 9 now. A big braking zone where we've seen many incidents in the past in many categories. Galloway gets through it all right. And now he's going to go up this little elevation change into 10, 5.4 in the middle sector. He's going to approach turn 11. Should be flat even in these conditions. And Galloway has taken it nicely there, well negotiated. Now then, the final chicane remains. A left-right left freeway chicane. Here he goes to the left of 12. Galloway will be approaching turn 13, flipping the apex there nicely. Now 14, need to focus on the exit. Galloway went out the throttle early, that's good for him. But what time is he gonna set when he crosses the line in a few seconds time? Here comes Jake Galloway, 1 minute 44.7. That is the benchmark for everybody to beat. Approach, you can't beat it. He's 9 tenths down. Actually, Adventure is up next, or is he going to place himself second? Jimmy Griffith's up next. He goes fourth only. Ben Swaliger next to cross line. He goes fourth. What about Zorbach? Zorbach, he's slowest at the minute with P6, 1.7 seconds down. And so Tomaselli will be crossing the line up next, and Tomaselli, third for him. What about Aaron Curtis? As he crosses the line, fifth fastest. There's Graf is up next, and then it's Graf. This could be a good lap. It is second place. Good effort there. Thomas Anderson is up next. After bad at Monza, he wants a good qualifying here. And at a minute
6.
56, Dudu Kurbi will cross the line next. He goes 8th. And Watson is up next, and he'll have Patel behind. What is Kalovich though? Patel.
Yo, he's in the pits. He's in the pits.
Fitted. It's
Yeah, they have to change his tires to the wet tires now. Yeah, he got the pit call.
Might have taken damage maybe because.
No, he got the pit call. He got the pit call.
It's definitely strange because he was gaining on Patel. So he was definitely faster than the Brit. It appears Rapax have decided to give him some new tires.
Since that apparently they went pretty late on that one as Quintana goes third.
Yeah,
McCarthy now goes third.
Pashko will be next to cross the line. This could be a very good time. It's P4, not bad at all. Watterson goes 6th with Isaac Fashry taking P4 up next. Got 4 drivers out left. 2 of them are into the pits. And now Bennett sets a lap. Goes 17. Good.
Yep.
So yeah, 3 drivers yet to set a lap. One of them being Kalovich, of course. I saw another coming to the pits. And
yep.
There is a third guy.
As
well. It is Burns, yes. So it looks like Galloway remains on personal pole. But for how much longer, it's definitely going to get better and better as the session progresses. But I'm really miffed by their decision. The guys who pitted, they were on a lap on the dries. Clearly, they felt the track wasn't good enough just yet, so they came into the pits. But it was definitely a gamble worth taking. Kalovich didn't seem slow on his lap. So yeah, definitely, he just didn't seem too confident in the conditions. But he will have some experience on the dry tire. So I think that could come to his advantage. Look, he was quicker than Patel, you can see very clearly here.
Yeah. I mean, he did it pretty well before.
The Brits didn't exactly help him.
But then when you compare it to Galloway, middle sector is 1 minute 5.4. You could compare it to Kalovich.
Well, you have to keep in mind Patel was holding him up. So that played a factor in as well.
Yeah, only 8 tenths down. And then, yeah, you have to pit.
If the track was bad, Kalovich would have been seconds slower, but he's definitely on a good tire. Just, I'm surprised that Rapax decided to box him, as now Galloway is coming in. 19 cars have done the first round. This is a new one, but it's definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, indeed.
Of course, it's got a little wetter, but there's a big shot that the conditions will improve on track. We've still got plenty of time, under 24 minutes. Jake Galloway is in, and I bet he'll be hoping for a rain dance now because if it stays as is, then he'll be on pole position. But I bet everybody else want the track to dry up, and I think we want as well, not to disparage Galloway or anything, but I think everyone wants the conditions to dry up, so we could have a proper fight for pole. As Patel is coming into the pits meanwhile.
Yeah.
Patel unlucky 13th at the minute. I don't think Galloway being behind him harmed his lap or anything, but still, for Patel, he'll be hoping for a better effort. And if it dries up, that better effort may just arrive.
I'll take it. Skillen's gonna come out on track.
Yeah, he is. And Max Skillen, he went on the dries last time around. Let's see what tire he's gonna choose this time. Will he go out on the inters or will he try the dries again? It'll be interesting to see. Keep an eye out on Skillen. He should be on track right now. Look at that red dot on the minimap. Skillen is out on track. And I'm trying to see what tires those are. There's a Prix inters. He's not taking any chances, is he? He's actually kicking up some spray, so weather has gotten worse. There's still plenty of time for it to get better. Wait a minute, no. Are
Yeah.
those are inters? Yeah. I saw the marks. Kalovich is also
Yeah.
on the inters. So these guys may regret their choice to go out on the dries early. It could send them to the
Yeah.
back. Conditions have gotten worse. I bet they're banking on an improvement. And that on improvement in the conditions and naturally in lap time as well. And those better conditions should be coming before the end of this session. But until then, Marko Kalovic and Max Skillen will be on some flying laps.
I mean, some
Is,
parts.
would you like to commentate through it?
Yeah, I would. As Kalovic is gonna cross the line to start his lap. Obviously, the first one, it didn't go well. It's cost them 2 extra laps. Going into turn 1, well, we are missing him somewhat. There's no one but with Skillen and Burns, Protsik, and now we have to go back to Mirko Kalovic, see what he is doing.
At the pits meanwhile, but back to Kalovic. Let's see if he can gain in the first sector compared to Galloway. Probably not, but we'll see. He's gonna cross his first sector right about now.
He's running 7 temps down. Yeah, he's way down at the moment.
Conditions clearly have gotten worse. There's no doubt in that. But in the second and third sectors, they are pretty much the same, I guess. Sector 1 was the main dry bit. And now, I guess Kalovic should not be worried too much. He should still be able to have a good time in those sectors, but we'll see as he exits turn 8.
Yeah, there's no real concern for him. But still.
Into 9, he looked a little hesitant. 1.2
He's like
seconds
1.2
down.
seconds down, yeah.
He only lost half a second this time in Sector 2. It still is something. But either way, Kalovic might as well end up not finishing in last once his run completes. And that will definitely be some good news for him.
I think this bit, I think he will gain some time, knowing this bit was pretty much drier than expected than the last run. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Kalovic can definitely get himself into P19, but we'll wait to confirm it right now with our own eyes. Kalovic will be crossing the line, and where is he going to go?
He's lost more time. I mean, it must have gone worse then. Must have gone worse. Yeah, look,
Skillen stayed in the pits.
Yep, Skillen's like 1.7 seconds down in the middle sector, so it must have gotten worse.
Definitely not good.
Yeah, and he must be slower than, he must be around half a second slower than Kalovic in the middle sector. So
those guys took a massive gamble with the dries early on, and it's absolutely backfired. Everyone thought the weather was getting better, but it's only gotten worse. Of course, with 19 minutes on the clock, there's still time for an improvement.
Well, you could say that, but it would have to take a bit for that to happen.
Yeah, but with cars out on track, it should improve the conditions, particularly make that dry line more visible again. Kyle Burns is kicking up a lot of spray. He's the last one left to saddle lap. He'll definitely go at the back.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, well, he goes 21st.
Still on the back row. Burns won't be too happy with that, as his teammate Corby is out on track behind him. Speaking of track position, table. Protsik definitely not improving on his lap.
Yeah.
This was quite a surprise, but Ruslan Protsik won't be improving on this lap, I'm afraid. He's gonna get across the line, and over a second down on his personal best. won't be improving on that anytime soon unless the wearer just dries up. And of course, we'll all be hoping for that to happen, except for Jake Galloway. When Jake Galloway was doing his lap, I assumed it was going to dry up. And I said, Galloway will set the first lap, but it won't be the fastest of this session. I might have jinxed things. Galloway could remain fastest if the conditions stay as bad as they are right now. Let's see Jamie Griffiths. He'll be finishing his lap. He is a second and a half down on his personal best. So my little jinx on Galloway, it seems it's worked out in his favor. Curtis, which is 9/10 slower than his personal best, so there's definitely pace there to find. We'll see. Pasquale, 2 seconds down. It's looking very
Then
weird.
there's not
Personal
much.
best.
That was for Skilling, who is in the pits.
Yeah,
So yeah.
But still, at least it's a sign. It's not getting worse. Skilling was able to set a personal best middle sector on his own.
Yeah.
As now Watson crosses the line. How far down is he? Half a second down. Conditions are getting better.
Must be. Let's see. Do the Kirby. Nah, he didn't have a good lap.
Fast Ray will be next to cross the line.
Nope.
He's a little bit further
not
down.
Red meter. It was like 2.
Bacantino crossed the line. He's 8
like half a second. 8 tenths. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
definitely puzzling out there.
Yeah, mixed. It's more of a mixed stuff. So
0.1 seconds down on the sim lap and his personal best. It's definitely strange out there. I think the conditions have the potential to improve.
Yeah, indeed.
Anyway, we're on board with Griffiths, and this is probably not the best news for him to be qualifying in P16, but at least there are better news because both Kirby and Anderson aren't in the top 10 either. So looks like at the moment none of them will be getting points if they were to finish like that in the race.
On the top part of the championship, but not in the top 10. If you know, you know.
Yeah, anyway, in comes Griffiths. It looked like that dance was held up a little bit by Patel, but no biggie. In comes Jamie Griffiths into the Carlin box. 15 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this session. And if it's going to dry up or not, it still remains to be seen, honestly. But yeah.
They was top 6 in the top 6 drivers in the championship now, not in the top 10.
Well, that's definitely gonna throw a spanner in the works. So we're definitely taking things up a little bit here in Tuzla, but still time for that to change, of course. I've said that so many times, and I'm saying it once again. 15 minutes left, and this session can still change. These results you see right now in the final, as Fastway had to jam on the brakes there for Kalovic, I think that was. Meanwhile, look, Thomas Bennett is out on track, so he could be a good benchmark for the new conditions.
Yep.
Looks like Burns is also going out. Brodsuk is on track as well. There still appears to be that spray, though.
Fix your mic.
Oh, wait. Alright, tell me if you can hear me now, Rahul.
Yeah, you're like underwater or something. Just like right now in this session. Underwater.
Well, I don't know why that could have been, but anyway. We're looking at Ruslan Protsiuk, and he'll be beginning his next lap soon enough. We still got some cars in the pit lane though. And Protsiuk is picking up a little bit of spray. I dare wager it's not as bad as was in the previous run, but we'll see. Here comes Prozio to start his next flying lap.
Don't jump the gun. As he doesn't jump the gun.
He's break late into one, and that was a nice line. Someone is going out on track. Prozio won't be impeded, thankfully. And let's see if it's possible for him to find an improvement. Looking at the sky, doesn't seem like we'll be having any. It looks like the rain has stopped, but there's still some standing water. The drivers will have to clear that out. Yeah, Prozio will be completing the first sector, and I think it could be an improvement. Actually, no, it's not.
It's only about 9 tenths off anyway. So it's not much. But
Yeah, forget everything I said earlier. And,
yeah.
Prozio will definitely not be the lap. Gabriel Contino stayed in the pits. He's only in P6.
Yeah.
So that'll be very good news for him. Rosan Prozio, it's not exactly the best circumstances for him at the minute. He is currently down in P10, and he won't be improving on that anytime soon, unless the conditions themselves improve. In the middle sector split, we'll be seeing it now. Can Prozio gain anything? And the answer is no. He's 1.4 seconds down, so he's lost another half second on his personal best.
I mean, losing half a second here wasn't that bad as the first sector.
Oh yeah, that is true. Still, he is losing, and I don't want that to happen. So yeah, Ruslan Prozio, this lap was pretty much a write-off for him, but we'll still have another run. If it goes out late enough, who knows? He might catch some dry periods. We'll wait and see. And is already back in, he's gonna improve. No surprise there, really. Prozio will finish his lap. How far down is he? Is 2 seconds exactly down. Kalovic will be next to cross the line. How far down is he going to be? 1.4 seconds down.
He was held up, I think, yeah.
Yeah, he was. Kyle Burns, he has improved actually. 21st still for Kyle Burns, but let's not forget, he didn't settle up in the first run. Neither did Max Skillen, but Skillen is improving. Let's see if he can get out of last place, perhaps. 11 minutes left. And Max Skillen, can he get out of last? Let's see. The former championship leader will be crossing the line now. Can he improve it on 1 minute 47.2? And yes, he can by 2/10, but he's still in last place. Either way, this could be encouraging for the others.
Graph remover doesn't improve.
Neither does Zorbach, but what about Thomas Anderson? This appears to be a good lap. Only 3 tenths down. That was quite good considering the conditions. It's definitely for improvements if it gets better. Pascual will be next. Pascual 2 seconds down. Valgar only 4 tenths down, look. Marcel will be next.
When you say only 3 tenths down, they're like a second off the pole lap.
Yeah, but I'm referring to their personal best, which were set in better conditions than this.
So yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, there's no use comparing them to the pole
lap. Just trying to point that out.
Yeah, of course. Adventure 1.3 seconds down on his best. Galloway 1 second down on his best, which is also the pole lap, coincidentally or not. Anyway, Aaron Curtis will be next to cross the line. How far down on his personal best is he going to be? That'll be the best gauge on the weather. Here goes Curtis. 1.7 seconds. Not looking good.
1.7 and yeah. 1.4 or something.
Still, there is hope for the conditions to improve. Anderson's lap was evidence of that. Let's see what Henry Watzel can do up next. Henry Watzel is 1.6 seconds down, almost 1.7. Joe Warson will be next to cross the line, and Warson peruse a little bit.
Yeah.
Now
Dudu Kirby
is the championship leader down in 14th at the minute. Will he be able to improve? Of course now, but how far down will he be? 1.4 seconds down, that's the answer. So it's definitely strange. But someone was setting personal best. Look, on his in-lap is Griffiths. Griffiths...
It's not over.
Griffiths set his lap at the beginning of the session. He's not like the three at the back, Kalovic, Burns, and Skillen. So there's definitely the potential to improve. But these guys need to pray that the weather improves fast because they're gonna run out of time at this rate.
Yep.
So whoever goes out last might have a great chance. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, So many changes. I mean, they have 2 more runs. Well, actually, this is their last runs, by the way.
Yeah, indeed. So the later you go out, the better your chance will be. I think the
Yes.
conditions could be improving, judging by that end up from Griffiths. The cars are still kicking up a little bit of spray though, but it's gonna lessen, I assume. Bennett is back out again quickly.
Yeah.
I think Bennett will have another run left though, because he didn't go out for the second runs, if you remember. So Bennett could be an interesting one. Curtis is coming in.
Yeah.
Rosick is back out again. I think this will be his last one, unless I'm mistaken. Anyway, Thomas Bennett will be beginning his lap very shortly.
Sure.
Yeah, look at the lap counter there. 6 out of 12. Bennett definitely has enough time. Has a time to do an extra lap. Just remaining he has enough
Yes.
time on the clock itself. But anyway, Thomas Bennett will begin his third flyer right about now. And are the conditions getting better? That's the big question. And if the question is goes Thomas Bennett's way, then he might be able to get out of that P17 spot. Let's see. Through turn 2 he goes. Bennett still kicking up some spray, but it doesn't appear to be as much as it was before. So yeah, conditions definitely look a little bit better, but Bennett should be down the first sector still. How far down will he be? That's the big question, as he now will go through the double left
We
hand of
will
5 and
see.
6. Yeah, we will see indeed, Rach, because the first sector split
Only
only
two
3 tenths down
tenths.
on his personal
Yeah,
best.
less than 3 tenths.
So
So yeah, it's
definitely the
good enough.
potential. Yeah.
Oh look, it's Florian sponsor.
But,
If you look on the side, vodka weasels.
yeah,
Yes.
indeed.
You
Love
only
has a-
noticed that now.
Volker Weasels.
Love.
We mentioned it previously as well. Anyway, Bennett is
Yeah,
approaching the sector split
it's
as he
always
goes
been
by
there.
now. Always has been. He's actually gained in the middle sector. Look, he's only 2 tenths down now
Yeah,
on his personal best.
yeah.
Holy
Looks like
cow! Thomas Bennett is gaining, and this could be a massive omen, not just for him but for everybody. Looks like Jake Galloway might not be safe for pole after all. Might.
maybe, maybe not. So yeah, as you said.
We
Yes.
hope Galloway is definitely gonna hope the downpour continues, but Bennett is showing very encouraging signs. He's only 2 tenths down on his lap that was set in better conditions than this, and now Bennett
Yeah.
will be crossing the line. Is he gonna improve or not? Here comes Thomas Bennett heading across the line. Can he gain enough in the last sector?
No,
He's
he
actually
did
lost
lose.
a lot. Might have made
Yeah,
a little
lost a lot.
mistake. Anyway,
Not really, but yeah.
cars out on track.
But we know
Protsuk is
someone's getting held up.
Yeah. Ruslan Protsuk will check his middle sector time. He's 3 tenths
3
down.
tenths. Yeah,
Too bad look. But still,
he is 10.
it looks like
so
Watson and Watzel have stayed in the pits for now. One of them could be going out anytime soon. I see someone out on the pit, going out of the track. It is Watson. I saw him on the mini map. As now Protsuk will be finishing his lap. I don't think he'll be improving, but how much time will he drop in
This
the last
is his
sector?
last run as well, so
Yeah,
just
indeed.
to
He's in the
compare.
top 10 right now, and if the weather doesn't get better, he'll remain in the top 10. But let's
I
see.
mean, the sector 3 does seem quite wet. That's why.
It's his last shot. Here comes Protsuk. He's 7 tenths down. He's lost a little bit in the last sector. I'm sorry, not the middle sector. Alright, Kukalovic will be crossing line next. Protsuk has the checkered flag. That's all the confirmation you need. And Kalovic appears to be holding up that compost behind him. So yeah.
Yep. As Kalovic coming across the line. Now.
If there's going to be any improvement, it's only going to be in the latter stages. But Kalovic just about missed out on an improvement.
Yeah.
Might have a run, but I'm not sure. Anyway, original pulsar Jake Galloway will start his lap. And is that Cal Burns an improvement? It is.
He is 2.1 seconds off the pace, so you can
an improvement, you know.
Expect a bit of an improvement from Burns. But we don't know where he will be.
Rahul, I'm just going to say in mixed conditions, you're going to take any sort of improvement you can get. Because it can be massive. Even though Burns' improvement will probably not be massive. Let's see where he goes. He's going to cross the line now. Kyle Burns And he's lost time in the last sector, actually.
Yep, a lot more than we thought. I think he nearly, well, he barely improved,
Driver
but
get the
yeah.
checkered flag next to his name. Meanwhile, Daniel Adventure will cross the line up next. And he won't
Yeah,
improve. He
yeah.
lost time in the last sector. Checkered flag on his name as well. Thomas Anderson is up next. We've got 3 minutes left in this session.
Joe, you jinxed, you jinxed the rain, and now you've jinxed Kyle Burns. Stop.
Oh no. Anyway, Anderson
Anyway,
Zorbach will be crossing the line next. He's down in P19 at the minute. And looks like the weather didn't calm down. And that's not going to be good news for Nico. He's going to cross the line now. And
but
Zorbach
it's only the last sector that is wet.
Yeah, I guess. Ben Spalliger crossing the line next. He's down as well. Tell you what, Bennett and Watzel, depending on when they go out, they could hit a gold mine. But we'll see. Patel will be crossing the line next. He stays in P4 course. 1.9 seconds down. Has it actually gotten worse? Or has the driver's just been a little impatient? I'm sorry. Griffiths 1.2 down. Harris will be next. 9 tenths down. 2 minutes.
Galloway has one more run. No, he doesn't.
He's not going to get it, though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Galloway, the provisional pole sitter. This session is done. It should be good news for him. Dodo Corby, he can improve. He lost time in the last sector, even though he was green.
A lot. He lost a lot of time.
Will Bennett and Watts will be going out? Because if yes, they might have time to change something up, stir something up, maybe, but who knows really. Warson appears to be on track, but he was on a flying lap. He is right now. And yeah, this will be Warson last shot. Looks like Watson's not going out. So this will be the end of the session. As Warson finishes his lap, he's not going to improve the weather. It went the opposite of how everyone predicted it would go. And yeah, Dylan is also
no
out on
surprise.
track, but I'm not sure if
he's in the pits.
Yeah, he is in the pits now. Bennett is going out, but it's a little too late, and that confirms.
Now there's the dry line, everyone. Here it is.
Too late, but Jake Galloway. Jake Galloway has been biding time very well.
I'm wondering how long has that been there.
Yeah. Galloway.
I'm just wondering about that one.
And at the start of the session, I said his lap wasn't going to be the fastest because the conditions were going to improve. Well, that ended up being the ultimate jinx. But it turned out in Galloway's favor because he has taken pole position here today. Nobody can take it away from him anymore.
Yes.
Has Galloway taken pole before or not? Because I'm not sure.
I think he has.
Not this season, but I think he might have taken one last season. He obviously got the win in Brazil, but that wasn't the pole position. Anyway, as soon as Warson comes into the pits, this session should be over. And of course, once Bennett crosses the line, but Bennett will cross the line first. No, wait, never mind. He'll cross the line after him. The delay won't be too big. And Thomas Bennett, if the session was like 20 seconds longer, he could have crossed the line and got a last lap in. And who knows, maybe he could have improved big time with that one.
If it was like an extra 30 minutes, everyone would have improved.
Yeah,
not knowing what's happened. Yes. And
Bennett's
also with extra laps.
The line to start his lap, but that lap is not going to count. The session is over. He's running out of time. And the weather definitely shocked us all. We all expected it to get dry, but it didn't. It got worse at the beginning, and it stayed like that pretty much for the rest of the session. Watzel is out on track, but a little too late. He'll be crossing the line with no time left to do his lap. And that makes it official. Jake Galloway is on pole position for the Turkish Grand Prix. And I may have jinxed him at the start, but that was a positive jinx, not a negative one. And if you're going to get jinxed by me, you might as well get jinxed positively. And I'm sure Jake Galloway will be taking that 100%. He's on pole for Turkish Grand Prix tomorrow. His former teammate, Dennis Graf, will be joining him on the front row. And Charles McCarthy will join him on the podium in Monza. He'll be in third.
Yes.
So yeah, here are the official results. It's pole for Jake Galloway, only driver to make it into the 1 minute 44s. 1 minute 44.756. Dennis Graf is in second, 2 tenths down, with Charles McCarthy third. Isaac Fletcher is in fourth, with Tomas Pascual fifth. Gabriel Quintino is in P6, with Joel Waters in P7, Daniel Adventure in 8th, Lorenzo Tomaselli is in P9, another top 10 qualifying performance for him. Ruslan Procuk is in 10th with Thomas Anderson, best place among the championship contenders. The P11 is still not going to give him points unless he gains tomorrow.
Yeah, and we have Aaron Curtis in 12th, Rahul Patel in 13th, Duda Kirby in 14th, Ben Valdinger 15th, Jamie Griffiths 16th, Thomas Bennett 17th, Henry Watson 18th, Nicholas Zorberg 19th, Marko Kalovic 20th, and Kyle Birds 21st, and Max Skilling 22nd.
Yeah, indeed. The last three, they took a major gamble by going out for the slick tires at the start of the session. Unfortunately, though, they didn't set their lapping in time, and as a result, they had to come in for the inters. And by the time they could set a proper lap, the track was too wet for them to go anywhere other than the last three places. So it's a bummer for them, I'm afraid. It's unfortunate, but you gotta take gambles like that sometimes. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And as a World War II general once said, a risk is something that you can take, and even if even if it goes badly, you can still rectify it. The gamble is much more extreme. If it goes bad, that's it. You're not going to be able to get a chance to improve on it. And I'm afraid these guys took a gamble and it didn't pay out their favor. But it definitely paid out Jake Galloway's favor because he's taken his second career pole in GP2, I believe. He took pole in Monza last season. Now he's taking pole here at Istanbul. And Galloway will definitely be very pleased with that. It's 4 points into his account. And the man who finished third at Monza, he'll have a shot to fight for another podium. And who knows, maybe his first win since Brazil last season. What do you think, Rahul?
Yeah, indeed. I think he could actually get the win, but knowing that, I would barely see any pole sitters winning this race except for Portimao, if I am correct.
Well, it's going to be interesting either way, regardless of what happens. That's my opinion.
Also, just to add up, Dennis Graff and Isaac Fresher are mathematically out of the title hunt because neither of them got pole position. Funny enough, Graff is second and Fresher is fourth.
Also to touch, Gabriel Quintino is out of the championship fight as well, but he's been out since the end of the previous race. So
yes.
Yeah, now it's 19 drivers left who can win the title. It's already more than last season because when we got to Laguna Seca last season, we had 20 drivers who were still in contention. Now we're not quite yet at a penultimate round, and I don't know if it's going to be Laguna Seca or not, guys. I'm afraid you'll only find out tomorrow. But yeah, only 19 drivers remain in contention for the championship. But realistically, it appears to be a 3-horse race at the moment. But if we get a surprise winner tomorrow, that could very well skew things. We'll wait and see, though. Either way, all we know is that Jake Galloway is on pole, and he judged the conditions very well. He was the first one to set a lap, and in the end, no one could beat it. Very well done for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be it from us today. So thank you, Rahul, for joining me today. And it's been good. It's been a surprising session, I'll say that, because everybody wanted it to get dry except for Galloway, and in the end, it was everybody who was screwed over except for Galloway. Galloway got his wish, everyone else didn't. But yeah, kudos to Jake Galloway. He gets pole position and those 4 bonus points. But yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow, guys, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and don't forget to stay awesome. We'll see you again for the next one, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.